Fellow debaters, this podcast is going to cover the topic of Lincoln-Douglas debate. We will review how to gather information, APA citations, developing an argument and thesis, outlining the information, and finally, the construction of the debate. To begin, we'll cover the background of the Lincoln-Douglas debate. Lincoln-Douglas debate often involves a controversial issue with two opposing views. The affirmative, which is for the topic of debate, and the negative, which is against the topic of debate. Lincoln-Douglas style is used to exploit issues of morale. The authenticity of the style of debate is credited to Abraham Lincoln and Stephen A. Douglas. Their series of debates involved issues of slavery, building towards the 1858 election. In the primary Lincoln-Douglas debate, Lincoln was ridiculed for representing the negative side, where he opposed the spread of slavery. This left Douglas with the affirmative side, where he confirmed that he was a supporter of slavery in the southern states. As we start our internet research, I would like to say that .coms are prohibited. To get some good background knowledge or an idea for a debate, this website, idebate.org, is a great starting place. Another great place to find information is from the Cabell Midland homepage. As we see the Cabell Midland High School website, we're going to press Community and scroll down to Library and Media Center. Here we see our resource centers, and the best one for debate would be EBSCO. We see our username and password, so I'm going to click this link to go there. As I enter into EBSCO with the correct username and password, I see that I have many options. For debate, though, we're going to go down to the third option that says Points of View. As we see under Points of View, there are many options, but for our example debate, we're going to use Internet censorship. So under censorship, I click on the link that I want, and here's an overview. Off to the side, we can see related information anywhere from magazines to biographies or academic journals, so this is a great site to use. After gathering information, it is essential to cite your resources. You want to give credit to all of those who helped you form this debate. So, the proper form is to use APA citations. For a proper citation, you can follow this guide from OWL Purdue on APA citations. The next step in constructing a debate is to write a thesis statement. The thesis is the purpose of your entire debate. It should unify your argument and generalize the points that you're going to make. For our sample debate of internet censorship, I know the main points I want to hit on will be national security, equality, using it as a tool, a harmonious society, and protecting rights. So, to summarize and unify these points, my thesis statement is: Internet censorship is necessary for the national security of the United States and the equality of the citizens. Censorship should be utilized as a tool to produce a more harmonious society, but not to infringe upon individual rights. After you've constructed your thesis and know your background information, you're ready to make your outline. This outline is like any essay outline or typical outline that you see. Number, letter, number, letter. The only thing that's a little bit different would be the introduction. At this point, you need to state your name, on which half you're speaking of, and then define any key terms that you'll see here. By the end of it, you need to have just some points that may be made against your case, so you're ready to know what you need to defend. Now it's time to discuss the Lincoln-Douglas debate format as a whole. To start, the affirmative will begin with 4 minutes. They will introduce themselves, state their case, define key terms, and start to reveal their evidence. But don't reveal all of it because you'll have more time to talk later. Conclude by saying, "Thank you, I now stand for questioning." Moving on, we see the negative cross-examination. This is where the negative has a chance to ask the affirmative questions to try to find any holes in the case. The negative will then have their constructive for 4 minutes. This is the same as the affirmative, but refuting any points that they disagree with. You want to preview your thesis statement and start by saying, "I intend to prove that." They will also conclude by saying, "Thank you, I now stand for questioning." Moving on, we see the affirmative cross-examination of the negative. This is where the affirmative has a chance to question the negative. They'll find any holes and try to build their case off of this. The affirmative then has a chance to rebuttal. They will refute any points made by the negative and points out any holes in this argument. The negative will then rebuttal for 4 minutes, but this is the last speech for the negative, so you'll want to be strong and make it clear. Finally, you have the second affirmative rebuttal. This is the concluding of all the speech. It's 2 minutes long. You want to sum up your debate and hopefully bring the advantage to the affirmative. But make sure you're dramatic in the big picture so that the audience and judges remember. Make sure that both sides thank the audience and the judges for this opportunity, their time, and effort in this case. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but it's actually 20 minutes of all evidence-based debate. At this point, you should know how to do a Lincoln Douglas debate. We've covered gathering information, APA citation, constructing a thesis, outlining, and the format of a Lincoln Douglas debate. For further information, you can follow my blog, www.jcshess.weebly.com. Good luck debating!